You've been seeking answers from every dermatologist, doctor, and all over the internet wondering what on earth this unbearable skin issue is. You know something's up, and you've been suffering and silenced for far too long. This podcast is going to bring awareness to the brutal reality that is topical steroid addiction and withdrawal syndrome. It will give you practical mental and physical tips to help you along your journey and provide you the strength you need to push through each day. You'll hear from real people battling this illness, as well as experts in the field, and I'm also going to share with you what's happening as I battle and conquer TSW. You are not alone, you're not crazy, and you will heal. If there's one thing I know, it's that anyone going through this hell is a warrior. My name is Jennifer Powers, and I welcome you to TSW Journey to Healing.
Hey, what's going on? It's day 265 of TSW for this girl right here. It's Tuesday, August 23rd at the time that I am saying this right now. And wanted to give you another update on how I'm making out, how I'm doing, just in case anyone can relate. If you're in the same stage of this thing, or if you can relate to, if you've already passed the stage, if you can relate to it. Anyway, it's been such a roller coaster. I'm sure every single one of us can agree with that. It's not like a day by day, week by week thing. It's like an hour by hour thing. But I'm sitting here right now looking at my legs, and everything for me from the waist down for the first, 8 months or so of TSW have been completely cleared, other than with the exception of like the first month or so. When I would go in the bathtub, I would see like crazy like red blotchiness on my legs, but no itchiness, no oozing, no dry flaking, nothing happening from my waist down. Except for I did have some like swollen lymph nodes in my groin area, which went away pretty quickly, but that was it. So now I'm looking at my legs, my thighs, and I have probably dime-sized little patches. There's only like two probably on each thigh. And as I told you before, I think in the last episode, back of my knees, man, they are crazy dried up. They are raw and they are very itchy. So that's what's been happening. But also nighttime has been crazy for me. My thermoregulation, my body temperature has just been out of whack. Sometimes throughout the days, but of course, especially at night. It's just, I've been feeling crazy hot or heat flashes throughout the night where I'm just in these itch fits and I'm just like super hot. But if I take the blankets off me, the covers, I get freezing cold. It's just so flippin' annoying. And so I wanted to take this time to share with you that quick little update, but also talk to you about your skin's circadian rhythm. So like a lot of us me especially, have been like, why am I so darn itchy at night? Like I itch during the day, depending on what's going on or my environment or just for no freaking reason at all. But I, without fail, every single night, I dread it. I have like PTSD and major fear around bedtime because it's not enjoyable. And I'm kind of anticipating not being able to have a good sleep, which sucks. But if you're like me and you've been like scratching your head and wondering like, why am I getting so much more itchy at night? Like, why do I even like looked back, because I've been, as you may know, I've been like taking photos and videos and documenting this whole thing. I looked at the month of April, which was, December, January, February, March, April. It was month 5 for me. I had a great turn, like a good peak. My skin looked much, much better in my pictures and videos from April a few months ago. But I think April's when I was getting better sleep. My skin wasn't as itchy. It wasn't as red. And I'm just over here like, why? It's so weird. Is there any rhyme or reason for any of this? Like, does your skin also look best at the certain time of the day? Because I know for me, like right when I wake up, I am dried up. Like I am a shriveled, dried up thing. And then after a few hours, my skin looks probably the best it does all day. And then the later parts, sometimes in the later afternoon too. But then as it continues on, it changes. So I'm going to tell you the reason why, because I've been trying to figure it out myself and doing a little bit of digging and research. And the reality is your skin actually has its own cycle. So just like your body has, it goes its own circadian rhythm where when it sleeps, your skin actually does as well. It's pretty crazy, right? So during the day, your skin's got the highest skin protection, the highest skin thickness, the sebum protection. It's just everything is better during the day, it seems. And it is true. It's factual. And at night, it's the highest for your skin to be itchy because there's a lot of moisture loss. the barrier permeability is lower, your skin blood flow is lower, your skin temperature is way high. And so it's going through its own circadian rhythm. Isn't that crazy? So what happens is during the day, your skin's actually going to thicken. It thickens and it produces extra sebum to protect it from things like the sun or environmental aggressors, things like that. But then in the evening, your skin actually undergoes circadian rhythm changes. So your oil production is at the very lowest at that time. The blood flow and the temperature increases, which can cause permeability of the skin barrier and so many other things. It was just fascinating to me when I was trying to, I was scratching my head thinking like, there has got to be a reason for this. And I can't be the only one wondering this. So, I had to go through all this research. But during that, when I was searching for these answers, I found that research actually suggests that this can contribute to an increase in water loss, which then in turn leads to higher levels of itchiness. So a lot of us are going to experience that. I wish I could hear you right now, but I'm like, give me a holla, raise your hand, give me a shout out if that's you. But I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this, anyone listening to this is going to shoot their hand straight up and be like, me. So the truth is, when your skin's barrier becomes more permeable in the evening, it actually lets products into the skin more effectively. So that could actually have some good impact for you. But unfortunately, it's not just the good things that get through, but it's toxins as well. So this basically is meaning that the time of day can influence the effectiveness of the skincare products or whatever products you may or may not be using. But topical medications like steroids can be absorbed more too. So I know if you're listening to this, you have ditched those steroids, I sure hope, because they got us here in the first place. Darn those things. But that's really interesting because as a child, I remember, I would put them on at nighttime a lot. I put them on throughout the day, of course, as well. But interestingly enough, didn't realize that putting things on at night could be more effective to get through our skin barrier even more. Interesting, right? So also I found out that studies have shown that the repair of skin cells with DNA damage from the sun can also start to peak at night. So basically, all in short, to summarize everything I'm saying, daylight actually helps to protect your skin, and the darkness or nighttime helps regenerate your skin. So whether you are somebody that battled eczema like me, or maybe psoriasis, and maybe you've had problems regulating that thermoregulation that I'm talking about today, that actually will lead to the difficulty of falling asleep. And it disrupts the circadian rhythm. So that contributes to scratching. And there we go. And the cycle goes on and on and on. So I'm not saying any of this to make you feel discouraged or down in the dumps. I want to share this with you so that you know that what is happening to you and in your body is so normal. It is your skin's own circadian rhythm and the changes that are going on. And we've done so much disruption and caused so much trauma to our skin. And I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm saying this to myself and to anybody who listens. It's not that we did this intentionally, obviously, right? We did what we were told by our doctors or by our parents or just doing what we thought was best. But we did disrupt a lot. We did cause a lot of damage. And so our skin's like relearning. It's like a baby learning how to walk or to talk for the first time. It takes some time. It's going to take some time, and that requires us to have a lot of patience and give ourselves so much self-love, so much TLC, and it's just so important because the more gracious we are with ourselves, the more patient we can be, the more loving to ourselves, even though our skin, we might look in the mirror and go, ew, who is that person? Oh my gosh. Like, try to see past it, try to see the good. I'm always trying to put a positive spin on this thing, but I just wanted to let you know that if you're going through all these cycles like I am, if you are having that trouble sleeping, this is what's going on. So hang in there. I know you can do it. You're doing an amazing job, but just wanted to share that with you. So if you haven't already, I'm wrapping up the final touches of the TSW journal. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. So please be sure to get on the wait list for the info when that drops. It's going to be really, really helpful and awesome. You can go to tswjourneytohealing.com. And then if you want to chat with me about anything that can help you with sleep, I have so many great suggestions. I would love to invite you to put the word sleep. Send me a DM on Instagram. The Instagram channel is TSW_journey to healing. And you just send the word sleep. I'll be able to help you with that and give you any tips and suggestions there. So please be sure to do that. I love you. I'm here for you. You're a warrior and a badass, and you're going to kick this thing in the butt. Just give it some time and give yourself some love.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. With your help, we can spread awareness together. So please share the show with anyone you know who may be struggling with a medical condition and using steroids to treat it. And be sure to check out the blog for helpful resources to aid you along your TSW journey at tswjourneytohealing.com.